Hello.
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 That was good.
Thank you.
Was recording that?
That was.
Oh, I was.
Hello,
Humans.
Kremlin Nation. Snow cone?
No, it's lemon.
Yeah. Alright, today we are going to be talking about our 2020 tips for planning a trip to the Magic Kingdom. Oh, yeah? Alright, so if you haven't seen these style of videos, basically I'm going to be asking Cody questions because he's been to Disney World in 2020, and so he has all the insider tips and tricks for how to Disney in 2020.
My number one tip for this video, if you don't get anything else out of this video, do not book Magic Kingdom on a Saturday. I would actually recommend not booking on a weekend because compared to the other parks, it was super busy, and after talking to a lot of people that live in that area, they were like, you shouldn't have went to Magic Kingdom on a weekend. So Magic Kingdom on a Saturday is a no-go. Also, my number 2 tip is going to be don't try to ride every ride, because me and Bailey tried to ride every ride in the park, and you, what are we laughing at? My pauses?
No.
Was Bailey doing something?
No.
What are we laughing
You just said number 2 tip and it sounded weird. Which is weird because number 1 tip didn't sound weird, but number 2 tip did.
I just know somebody wearing a hat.
Oh, well.
They're probably
Only
like
12 people are going to watch this.
True. Where do I start over?
I don't know where your number 2 tip.
We tried to ride every ride in the park.
All right, number 2 tip, don't try to ride.
The second tip, no.
All right, my number 2 tip is
Oh my god.
My second suggestion. I think we should go with that.
all right. All right, my second suggestion for Magic Kingdom would be not to try to ride every ride in the park. All the other parks, you should be fine. In fact, we rode the newest ride in Walt Disney World, Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway, twice. We rode big attractions twice.
Hey, that's what she said.
All throughout the other parks. Magic Kingdom, what I would say is to make a list of maybe your top 10, 12 rides that you want to do. It can range from rides that you don't normally get to do, like Peter Pan, because they're always super long.
That's what she said.
Or it can be rides like Space Mountain, where you want to just ride it like 3 times in a day
That's what she said. That's
and not wait at all. You good? Are you still thinking? What are you laughing at now?
You'll see when you watch the video.
What did I do?
Nothing.
What did I do?
No, just keep going.
What did I do?
That's what she said.
Michael, please. Please.
Just keep going.
What did I do?
You didn't do it. Well, it's what you said.
What did I say?
Yeah, a lot of things.
I felt like we should start over.
No, this is good.
Where should I? So yeah, I mean, Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, stuff like that. I'd say be sure to do it. Lilo and Stitch, thankfully, seems to be shut down for good finally. Monsters Laugh Floor, which is one of our favorite attractions there, currently or was not running when I was there.
Yep.
It currently may be, I'm not sure, as we're starting to bring
So
shows back.
Tomorrowland is hurting. Tomorrowland
Yes.
was not prepared for the pandemic.
Correct, because now they only have
Space and Buzz,
and Carousel of Progress,
which works
and technically
10% of the
technically the Speedway's Tomorrowland.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, so
But no one rides the Speedway because they want to. It's just kind of like, hey, we should do that
Hey,
because
we
it'll
can-
be funny.
we can do this because we get a view of Tron
True.
situation.
Or that, yeah.
Oh, fun tip for y'all to figure out. What's the ride in the Goofy roller coaster ride?
Frost-
Barnstormer.
oh.
The Barnstormer if you go over in the area where the Barnstormer is, you can get a really good view of Tron Construction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the best view in the park of Tron Construction if you want to check that out. Also, over by there in the Big Top Circus area is an indoor relaxation station, and that's the only indoor relaxation station in Magic Kingdom. So,
That sounds horrible.
yeah.
What's it like on the Magic Kingdom with no fireworks show, or I assume they still have smaller like cavalcade?
Yeah,
parade
so they have
things.
they basically have all the parade floats with the exception of like the dragon, but they have like all the key character floats they still have from Festival of Fantasy, but it's just one float at a time. They also have the Move It, Shake It, Mouse Could Dance It. Mouse Could Dance It,
Yeah,
is that what it's called?
something like that.
So they have that float that comes through, which best soundtrack.
Come on, everybody,
Put
get
your ears on.
on.
It's a good time. So yeah, so they have that. That's really good. I like that honestly because you don't know when they're coming, right? So there's never a crowd
Yeah.
for them. So I really like that. There weren't really any lines. The parade
What
route
was the lines like for Splash Mountain? Since it's
So
getting
Splash
redone.
Mountain was definitely the longest line. No, sorry. Seven Dwarfs is still the longest line. But Splash Mountain was really long compared to like Space and Thunder and all those rides. But it's not unbearable. Like, I want to say it was like 30 minutes, something like that. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
Not bad for like. Usually when attractions are like at its end,
Yeah.
the wait time's like 2
Yeah.
hours.
Now, what I will say is you're not allowed to go in the gift shop. You have to like, you literally
Yeah.
have to get there at Park Open, go to Splash Mountain, and they give you a time to come back to the gift shop throughout the day.
Do they have a limit on what you can
Yeah,
purchase?
I would assume they have some kind of limit, but I don't actually know. I didn't see. There was no one in there. There was no one in the gift shop when we were in there. Or not when we went in there, when we went by it. But
What were the character experiences like at Magic Kingdom?
so the main ones I can think of was they have Buzz on the like where he does his little Christmas dance with
on the stage?
with Mike and Sully
Yeah.
and some of those characters. So they had Buzz there on the stage, and you could like go up by the stage, have it like taped off, where like you can't go further than a line or something. So yeah, that I don't know if other characters been there. I only saw Buzz, but there are a couple more examples of that throughout the day. But as far as like none of the princess areas are open. The town square with Mickey and Minnie.
Does Jack Sparrow meet? I feel like that would be a good one.
I don't think
You could just kind of like yell at people
Yeah.
from that little
Yeah.
show area
Yeah.
he used to have.
I didn't see Jack Sparrow there the whole time I was there. And we were around Pirates quite a bit because we also ate
Yeah.
at the restaurant right by there. So, yeah, so I didn't see any of them. What I will say is one thing I noticed, and now I've heard on multiple podcasts, is that I don't know what that noise is. It sounds like rain. It seems like the Jungle Cruise is getting new material. Like,
that's good.
because I noticed that whenever we went, like half the jokes were new, and I just thought it was a really good skipper that maybe went above and beyond to not have the same jokes all the time.
Yeah.
But then on that theme park podcast, the theme park podcast, what's it called?
That park podcast.
That park podcast.
That part?
I don't think that's right.
That Park Life podcast.
That Park Life podcast. There it is. That Park Life podcast.
And Greg got mad at me because I don't listen to the show.
So on that Park Life podcast with the Disney Greg, he mentioned that him and his wife Nicole have gone on Jungle Cruise a few times now since they've been able to get back in the parks, and that a lot of the jokes have been different. So hopefully
That's
it's just
good.
giving them time to write new material.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed it because it's always good anytime you get a skipper that's funny and has new material. So.
You have any other tips and tricks for the Magic Kingdom?
No, I think that's it. I mean, a lot of the restaurants are closed. So
Is
that's
Country
sad.
Bears open?
Country Bears is open, I think, but we didn't do it. I'm being told it's not. It was not open when we went. Being told Country Bears was not open when we went. Not sure if it's open now. But Harbor House was closed.
Oh.
Casey's was closed.
What are you supposed to eat? We're not going to Magic Kingdom, Sasha. We're
ate
doing
it.
Hollywood 3 times.
We ate it. We ate at Pecos
Bill?
Bills. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else is open.
I assume that quick service place in Tomorrowland,
Yes, Cosmic Rays. That's
the
open.
basic one.
hmm The launching pad is not open. So
That's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah, your
Why?
food's pretty limited. I don't know why. I would assume COVID. I don't know why though. Because Casey's kind of makes sense because
Because it's kind of cramped in there.
it's cramped inside. It's
Yeah.
really small inside, and you know that everyone would move all the chairs and tables on the outside. So I understand Casey's.
But they could use like
I don't get
Harbor House as a relaxation station. Too.
They could use it something other than being closed. I can tell you that. So I don't know. Oh, one cool thing was that I was able to get some cool pictures, although I don't have them edited yet, of because me, where the Haunted Mansion line queue is. It goes into an employee only area that we've never been able to access before. So you could get different angles of Thunder Mountain, of the ship. What's that?
Liberty
ship
Bell?
called? The Liberty Bell. Coming
It's like a
through.
ship. It's like a boat.
Well, it's
right?
a ship in Disneyland.
They have a pirate ship in Disneyland. I mean, it's not open, but
Disneyland's better.
the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. then also think about the poor people in Disney, because Disneyland is for a lot of locals, and they haven't been able to go in their park
Yeah.
at all since March. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Well, it is there because it's in California, but it's not here.
But downtown Disney's open, so hopefully
Right.
it's going like towards the right
Right.
direction.
Sure.
But like Disneyland's so small, like it's gonna be hard to like make sure no one like is like clumped up,
Sure.
you know.
Right. I agree. One thing I would suggest now that you mentioned it is, depending on what park you go to and what times you're there or whatever, and how you eat and your eating schedules, I would always suggest when you can go into Disney Springs, because you're only going to be in the parks a limited time compared to normal, and a lot of the restaurants in Magic Kingdom specifically aren't open. Now it's weird because majority of the restaurants in Epcot were open, majority of the restaurants in Hollywood Studios were open. Animal Kingdom, we really don't eat it that much, but Flame Tree Barbecue was open. So in Magic Kingdom especially, just plan for that night to go to Disney Springs, because Disney Springs is still open till like 11 or midnight, something like that.
I think that's probably what we're gonna do in our trip. Is probably just eat in the park,
No,
like
not-
at lunch, and
Oh, yeah,
then
yeah.
go to Disney Springs every night, I guess. Because it's
Right.
like if the park closes at 7,
Right. What else are you gonna do? Right.
you know.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, that
And
is-
everything at Disney, almost everything at Disney
Yes.
Springs is open. So
All right. Well, that's our Magic Kingdom 2020 tips video. We had a lot of laughs during this video, so hopefully you still got some tips that you can take away from us. Cody, do you have an outro for these beautiful people that are still watching this video?
give me an outro, Gomer. Quaharini.